Hey, good Monday morning, my friends. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa, and we do have just a slight hint of spring in the weather pattern. We have to look out to next weekend for that, but it's on the way, and one thing I can assure you is that spring always wins. The sun always gets higher in the sky. It always lasts longer. It always wins out. It's just a waiting game right now. Good morning, Veronica Horn. So let's take a look first off at cold temperatures, near record cold, if not record cold, the next 2 days, and also heavy lake effect snow showers continuing in parts of the state. And then we'll look at the spring pattern trying to evolve. And in the end, I think what it means is that I think we get to late March and we see a flip-flop to slightly warmer than normal temperatures, and at that point it's not running around in shorts, but at that point the average high temperatures are in the mid 40s, and if you flip-flop to slightly above normal, then you get a lot of 50s in there. So let's get to it and take a look at it. Hey, good morning, Allegan. You're going to be in the heart of fairly heavy lake effect snow the next several days, 3 to 6 inches. Wyoming, you're going to be right on the edge, Kim Lang, of fairly heavy lake effect snow. You'll get several inches. Good morning, Bob Swanson, Muskegon. You're going to be in the lake effect snow too. And Sally Ritter Eisler. Gene Sense, I'm trying to send you some good news. CJ's Hairstyling in Sanford. Good morning. A lot of hat head this year, huh? Okay, here's the radar. I wanted to show you that across the country, it's actually, for once, fairly quiet. But, like I said, cold air pouring in, and it is going to basically make lake effect. Yes, Grand Haven, also lake effect. Alamo, I don't know where that is. You're going to have to tell me where that one is. Good morning, Hazel Park, Michigan. Okay, so we go through the day today, and just your classic lake effect snow pattern along the western side of the state, from Charlevoix, Traverse City, down through Manistee, Ludington, down to Muskegon. I'm going to look at Saturday with you in just a few minutes, Letty Atkins. Holland, you are in the lake effect snow too. Everybody checking in from the lake effect snow area. Diane Bruder, you're not in the lake effect probably. Now, this is midnight tonight. Oh, pretty warm in Fort Lauderdale. Rubbing it in. That's all right. We understand. And into tonight. And actually tomorrow, as colder air moves in aloft. And this is where the heavy lake effect snow pattern sets up. So it's your classic areas. Let's look at snowfall totals on this, okay? We're going to go out through Wednesday morning to see the whole lake effect pattern. Just tell me when we're going to be above 75. That's going to be a while. That's going to be a while. I don't know if that'll even happen in April. It could in a few spots. But here's the Wednesday. Here's the total snowfall, okay, in the next 48 hours. How much do I think for Boyne? It's a northwesterly flow, so Boyne, you're probably starting to get shut down on lake effect because of the ice on northern Lake Michigan. So you're probably a couple of inches. Oprah, yes. So here we are, Kalamazoo, Allegan, Holland. This says 2 to 4 inches, but on lake effect snow, I like to double that. So it's 4 to 8 over the next several days. This says 2 to 4 inches. Manistee, Ludington, Manistee, Benzie County, Grand Traverse County, Cadillac, Leelanau County, Kalkaska County, 2 to 4 inches. So I like to double that, 4 to 8 on lake effect. Lake effect still across the UP, but not real heavy. Looking at least 50 soon in Flint, possibly toward the weekend, but it'll be a wet 50. So we're going to get into that. Okay, first off, here's your temperatures for today, if you want to call them temperatures. Wow, This is March. Seriously? High temperatures in the single digits on the west side of the state. High temperatures in the teens. And that's where the records come in that we could have record cold high temperatures for today. Let's go a little bit into the middle of the night tonight, and the below zero readings are already starting to show up in some places. And of course, you can see what the lake effect wind does. It generally warms things up a slight touch. Okay, here we go with the spring look. Okay, so we're going through tomorrow, and obviously we're into northwesterly flow, cold high pressure all the way down into the south, and northwesterly winds. Okay. Now we go into Wednesday and Thursday, and this is the American model. It has a storm system that misses us to the south. A European, which has been doing better in the last week or two, doesn't have that. But they both show the high pressure moving off to the east and a storm forming out to the west. You know when, of course, the weekend. Okay, this is Saturday, midday Saturday. But the important point here is both models show a track to the west of Michigan, and that brings us into the warm sector of the storm at a time when you're looking at average highs around 40 in southern lower. And so in the warm sector, you're going to get above normal, and you're going to have some melting. This is a blizzard back to the west. D-Barry, how about the southeast part of Michigan? You don't get much snow. You get maybe an inch or two in spots. Kind of tricky little snow, but generally I would not call it snow. Jim, he wants to swat a mosquito. I'm going to screenshot that, buddy, and see if you say the same thing in May. Okay, so we're into Sunday, and then eventually somewhat colder air moves in for a day or two. It's still March, it's still wintry. So we're into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, and look at the next storm. The next storm takes a westerly route too and brings mild air our way. So my point being here is that we're going to start to have some couple of day warm-ups, followed by couple of day cool downs. Okay, so here's the 6 to 10 day forecast showing somewhat of the transition, still leaning towards slightly colder than normal. 8 to 14 day forecast, valid from March 11th to 17th. Warm air returning to the east. Florida looks great as we head toward some more of the spring breaks, late March, early April. Nick, how is Saturday temperature looking for the Jackson area? I would call it probably in the 40s for Saturday in Jackson. So the point being is that we're starting to see a let up of some of the bitter cold air. That is after we get through the next couple of days. So we've got flat out cold today. High temperatures in the single digits and teens. January like for today. Cold tomorrow morning. Cold on Tuesday and Wednesday. Although the interesting thing is, and you'll notice this too, when the sun pops out, you might look at that thermometer in your car and it says 15, and you step outside and you say, it doesn't feel like 15. It feels like 25 or 30. The sunshine is starting to help some. So lake effect snow on the west side of the state. If you're traveling that way, hey, good morning, Jeannie Osborne. If you're traveling that way to the west side of the state, or if you live on the west side of the state, expect wintry conditions the next couple of days. 4 to 8 inches total snow over the next couple of days. On the east side of the state, expect scattered slick spots just because it's so cold. Second half of the week, things quiet down. By the weekend, we could get some melting, and we could get some roads that actually melt all of the ice off of them for the first time in quite a while. There's your update. I'll keep you updated through the week. I'm going to write more about this today, about the slight hint of spring in the weather pattern. We're going to focus on the positive. I will guarantee you spring will arrive. I'll give you a 100% guarantee. I won't tell you exactly. It will arrive. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Thanks for joining me this morning on the MLive Morning Weather Update.